Hello everyone, welcome to your reading. So today we will be talking about your November prediction reading, and this is pile number 1, 2, and 3. So feel free to pause the video and see, hear, or feel, or even taste or smell which pile calls up to you the most. And I will be moving on to the first pile. Okay, so welcome pile number 1. This is your November reading, and it will be relevant to you to the nearest November whenever you are watching this video, because this is a timeless reading. So you are watching this in the perfect time whenever you are watching this, and it's telling me that your November will be the month where you will do your hobbies a lot. You will be focusing your time and energy towards your hobbies. If the previous month you've been neglecting in nurturing your hobbies, nurturing your skills and activities that you enjoy, that makes you happy, that brings you passion and love towards life, it will be reignited. And if you're someone who lost their hobbies due to some circumstances or due to some uneventful situations, perhaps that requires you to take a step back and let yourself stop doing your hobbies for some times, and this is the time for you to look out for a new one if that is something that you are willing to do. And I believe here that if you don't have any hobbies previously, you will find something that sparks your joy, something that ignites your passion, and you will be very, very, very energized in doing these hobbies. There's activities that brings you energy towards life, that makes you that makes you cannot wait to wake up in the morning, because you want to do this. This is something that you like to do, something that you enjoy to do, and you will spend a lot of time in it without even knowing or noticing that it's been hours you've spent in these hobbies of yours. So it makes you forget about time in a healthy way, because you enjoy this and it brings you happiness. I guess November will be something that is very focused towards your hobbies. You'll find something that makes you enjoy spending time. You will be focused, you will be concentrated. And Page of Swords, Page of Cups. Wow, I really think that to some of you, you might be discovering a new hobbies or skills or activities that you enjoy doing, because with the Page of Swords here and the Page of Cups here, it is stimulating mentally, and you feel very emotionally nourished with this. King of Swords. Ooh. I don't know why, but when I see the Tower card, rather than feeling scared, I just feel like it is going to be spicy. It's going to spice up your life. If previously you feel like your life has been bland, unflavorful, you don't feel like enjoying doing a lot of things, this will change you. This will change the way you look at your life. It will be spicier. I don't know why, but it just feels spicy. Perhaps it could be something that is challenging, but you are very much loved doing this. So it's challenging. It makes you oh gosh, there's an extra card. I wasn't even trying to pull out the Two of Cups, but it came out. Okay. So in November, I'm seeing that first of all, just to review, you are going to make time, focus, or discover new hobbies. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you are trying new things, it will be the good time for you to start new things. At the beginning of it, it will be unfamiliar. Perhaps to some of you, because you are not used to this, because this is the first time you are stepping into this, dipping your foot in the water, it might feel scary. But let me tell you, because the whole energy of this, I know that there is this tower over here, but I don't really feel anything that is terrifyingly life-changing. Yes, it changed your life because you change the way you look at things. You change your perspective, but it feels spicy. I didn't mention that previously. I don't know whether this is an event that you are joining, but it is spark. It creates this spark within you for you to crave more, to learn more, to look up and search through this. Like for example, you did not know the existence of let's say programming, coding, and so on, but then once you've been introduced to the field and you know that you can create literally so many things with coding and programming, excuse me, I'm not really well versed in that. If I use it interchangeably, I'm very sorry. But here's the thing, there are certain things in our life to specific people that when we do know, it is very, very, very life-changing. Like you cannot go back to the you from before. Like for example, okay, let's use the example of internet. Like for example, you are someone who lived far away from the main city, so it's really hard for you to get access to internet. But once you know the internet, you cannot undo the way you think anymore. You cannot pretend or ignore that the internet does not exist. No, it exists. You can find jobs, you can connect with other people, you can gain knowledge, learn more from people all around the world, and it is literally so life-changing that you cannot pretend that all of this does not happen in your life. Like this information does not matter, you cannot say that any longer because it's just so impactful towards your life. For example, you due to the existence of internet, you are able to work from home or work from anywhere, and that is terrifyingly life-changing. To some it is terrifying, but to others it is a very extremely good alternative because that way they don't have to go back and forth just to get their education, just to meet and connect and share information, share their knowledge with other people. They can learn from anywhere, they can work from anywhere, they can talk with people from all around the world, and that is terrifyingly life-changing. I know I say this terrifying because, you know, it does feel terrifying at the beginning because you are stripping away the old you and embracing a new you. To people who does not used to changing or transforming, it might seem scary at the beginning. But let me tell you something, that it is only scary because you are unfamiliar with that. Once you dip your toes just a little bit, one step at a time, you don't have to force yourself to learn everything in a single in one instance, and it will open up a new world for you. You will gain new perspective, and regardless if you want to use it to your own disposal or not, you will gain the awareness of that. You will gain the knowledge of knowing that, and that itself is already changing something inside of you. Okay, so we're putting out the tower first because I know that some people might see the tower card as something that is terrifying, perhaps scary, or something that they don't like to see in a prediction reading. But the overall theme of your card, of your pile, is really, really wonderful, to be honest. Because when I see the King of Swords and the Tower next to each other, I feel like it's more of a mental change, mental shift. So the way you look at things, the way you perceive the world are changing, and you're not going to be the same anymore. And let me tell you something, because there's this Two of Cups here. I think it helps you connect with other people. You learn from other people and other people learn from you, so you're sharing your cups with each other. You are feeling each other's cups. And to be honest, there is also a possibility that you will be able to find love if that is something that you've been looking for. It could be love or someone who you want to care of. And also there's this Ace of Pentacles, so there is a possibility, and a huge one, if I'm seeing over here, huge one, especially with the Ace of Pentacles next to the King of Swords. So you are using this information, you are using this shift of your perspective, shift of your mindset to gain more opportunities in your life, to gain more money, to gain more wealth and resources, whatever resources that you are thinking. So perhaps if you're looking for more money, and this will be the opportunity that comes to you so that you can earn more, or if you're looking for resources of knowledge, for example, and this will be the bridge that helps you gain the knowledge that you've been looking for, that you want to discover. And to be honest, this is life-changing in a good way. I'm going to be honest with you. It could be that this is something that relating to your hobby. So this hobbies of yours makes you more connected with other people, makes you learn more and discover about yourself more. The way you look at things, the way you perceive the world, it changes. For example, you learned how to dance and noticed that it is so exhilarating to be able to move following the beat, following the melody, following the music, and just enjoy the present moment. So you are grounding in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future, but here, in now. And that could be something that is very life-changing to you, because you've never experienced the world this way. You've experienced the world previously in the eyes of dreams, in the eyes of plannings, in the eyes of your memories, your emotions, but now you are just existing in the moment and enjoying yourself, moving your body, flowing, and enjoying the music, enjoying the beat, and that could be one thing. It does not have to be a dancing. That is just the example that is fresh in my mind. Okay, anything else? But yeah, it feels very centered. Your reading feels very centered to one theme, and I would like to learn if there's anything more. And I would like to tell you that this is something that you are learning. So because previously you don't know about this, don't beat up yourself too much if you fail or when you make mistakes, because when we are a beginner or an amateur, we don't even know what we are doing wrong. But in being a beginner, we have this excitement, we have this curiosity that helps us go through taking one step at a time. And the thing is, I want to remind you that you need to enjoy these things, because this will make you very, very, very happy. I don't know, it just feels like that way. It nourishes you emotionally, mentally, and you love this, like you enjoy doing this. And if you don't think that you find one, I think this is something that you will be finding out soon. And to be honest, I'm very excited. If it does resonate with you, please do tell me about it, because I would like to know what this is talking about. Sometimes when I read readings, I don't know where it goes, and sometimes it just don't make sense, like what is this talking about? But that's what comes, right? So I need to keep talking, and perhaps it will resonate in your ears, in the audience ears. Perhaps it's not in mine, but in other people's ears it will make sense. Perhaps it was not my job to make sense of it. Perhaps it was just my job to channel it, to tell you about it. It does not matter whether it makes sense to me or not. What matters is whether it makes sense for you or not. Okay, anything else towards the November prediction? Okay, Temperance. Temperance, the Star, and can I get once more, please? Oops, you got two. Okay, I was asking for one, but you get two. Okay, so, and this is interesting because you got 8 of Swords and 6 of Swords. I would like to remind you that I don't only or necessarily read the textbook meaning of the cards. I mainly rely on my intuition, and if sometimes it does not make sense to the meaning, the textbook meaning, please bear with that, because I use my intuition also. And so with the 8 of Swords in the left and then the 6 of Swords in the right, it feels like previously you feel like you're stuck. You don't know what to do. You feel like you're not improving. You feel like you're not moving in life or in your journey or whatever plans that you have. And I'm going to be honest with you, perhaps this skills or events or connections or mind shift or perspective is something that you are not planning. Maybe that is why this tower came out, because it's not something that you are planning. You're not planning of this, but it just comes, and it is bringing you a good impact. Because previously you feel like you've been stagnant, you feel you're stuck, you're not moving forward, you're not progressing, you don't feel happy, you feel like there's too many things to think, like you are frozen, unable to take a step forward. But here with this, you're being able to you are able to balance things, you are able to see things in a better way, and it does feels like you are moving your energy more. See, with the temperance, they're moving the water from one cup to another, and then two of cups over here. It feels like it helps you in creating the mental strength to move forward, especially with the Six of Swords here. So not only it brings you this happiness and joy, you are also leaving behind things that does not serve you any longer. And I think that is a very beautiful cards that come off here. It could be that you are moving forward from a past relationships or a past events that keep you preoccupied. It feels like you finally have this cord cutting, a mental cord cutting. So you are taking back your energy and putting it toward the things that you are going to focus on, which is this event that will take the spotlight in your November month. And anything else that I have yet to say? I think that's it. And I'm going to be honest with you, be open-minded, and don't forget to enjoy the journey. Bye. Hello there, welcome to pile number 2 November prediction reading. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are reading this, whenever you are watching this, it will be relevant to the nearest November whenever you are watching this video. And I see here that your month will be most likely concentrate between you and your internal self. It could be that there's this external things that push you to reorganize and review your values, review the measurement that you put towards yourself, like the standards that you impose towards yourself. Because look at here, you do not compare your level 2 to someone else level 10. Focus on your own journey instead. You can see over here there's two persons over here in different levels, because they are starting in a different time, and you do not compare your journey with other people. Some people started earlier, some people start earlier, but they take a break because there are other things that needs attention. And it feels like this is the things that you are talking towards yourself. So let me tell you something. There are months where you are preoccupied with a lot of external things. There are one events toward the other events that keeps popping out from the external, and there are months where you are guided to look to your internal self, look into your values, the measurement that you use to measure yourself, the standard that you impose towards yourself, and things that is related with you and yourself, your relationship, the way you talk with yourself, and things like that. And it feels like November will be the month where you will be talking a lot with yourself. I'm not saying there will not be any external event, but it feels like you, in your eyes, in your glasses, you will be focusing on yourself much more than the external world or the external things. Okay, let's see anything else in your November reading. I feel like you are reviewing your values, your end goals. So perhaps you've been distracted, or you've been bearing with old people, that old relationship that does not serve you any longer, and you think that this is the time for me to move forward. Like you've outgrown those peoples. It does not mean that you are going to ghost them, but it means that these people might not be going forward in my journey any longer, because there's this analogy that life is like riding a train. Some people go together with you in your journey to some stations, to some stops, but then eventually they will get off to their stop, and it's not always a bad thing. It's not a sad thing to happen. It just means that they have different end goal. They have different things that they want to achieve, and it just means that you are going to meet more people in the future. I know that to some of you it might have been sad or disappointed, or you don't want to let go of some people that are precious to you, but then again, things like this do take time, and you don't have to force yourself to. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I feel like to some of you, this very specific of you, it needs to be talked. Like you are holding, excuse me, I keep slipping. You are clutching so hard to the other people that you're not moving forward. It does not help you by holding on to those person. It only hinders you in growing. You have 10 of cups. Can I be honest, to some of you that are scared that you will not get a better chance, a better opportunities, you won't meet as good as a person like they were. But let me tell you something, that you will. Oh gosh, I really love the way oh my, sorry if that was too loud, but I was literally screaming when I see this. Not because it was a scary thing, but no, let me take more cards before I make my conclusion, because I know like this is the death card, but I actually really love this death card because can you see that it feels very romantic? I don't know, it's just my personal favorite. Probably by far the best death card that I've had. Well, I don't really have a lot of cards to begin with, but so far this is the best one. It's my personal favorite, but I don't really associate this card to something that is uneventful, because especially when you have all of these cards that is accompanying you. Okay, so we are going to talk about your cards. Let me rearrange it for a little bit, just to make sure it is straight. Well, it does not have to be, but so that I can look at it easier. Okay, let's start. So I did mention that you are clutching to someone really hard before, and I don't know where I'm talking about because I'm just literally trailing off when talking about that, just mumbling. But then there's that card, and the Five of Swords card came out, and it makes sense. Okay, to some of you, you are actually trying to defend. Okay, it's not defending, it's more like you are trying to make this relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic or platonic or whatever it is, because friendship heartbreaks matter too. Okay, you are trying to make this relationship work so hard, but it does not serve you any longer. You are not gaining, both of you are not gaining the things that are making them grow any longer. So clutching on this will only hold you back. But then again, I want you to know that you only use this video as a confirmation. Like if this is something that you've been experiencing before, then this is just a confirmation. But if you think that you're in a healthy relationship and everything goes well and everything is okay, we have good communication, assertive communication and so on, well, it just means that it's not for you. Okay, perhaps this is not the message for you, and you are allowed to choose another path. But to some of you that are struggling with that you're trying to make things work, let me tell you something, that sometimes you need to let go of the person. Not everything will work out, and it does not mean it's a bad thing or a sad thing. It just means that you've outgrown them, or they've outgrown you, or both of them at the same time. And it just means that they already, you or they are already learned the lessons. You or them are already bringing the lesson that they need to teach in each other life, and that's why they need to move forward. Like riding a train, not everyone is going to ride a train with you until the end of your journey. Sometimes people get off in different stations and different stops, and it does not mean that they don't love you anymore. It just means that they have different outcomes, they have different end goal, and it just means like that. But I do know that sometimes there are things that needs to be ended because it's only, how do you say it only poisons you. You know, sometimes there are things that happen that is sucked, and you don't know what the lesson is, because sometimes it just sucks. There's no lesson learned to be gained from that. Sometimes it happens. And if I'm going to be honest with you, that when you let go of this, again, only act this as a confirmation. If you're not, then this is not for you. But once you let go of this, once you move forward, once you took the bravery to end this, like, I am not participating in this toxic behavior, or I'm not participating in this relationship any longer. I'm going to end things cleanly and move forward so that I can make more space and invite more opportunities and abundance into my life. Because let me tell you something, when the 10 of Cups came out, like, I don't even know, like, this is literally pure happiness. This is something that I noted as pure happiness, like emotionally fulfilled, especially, oh my god, look at this, Page of Cups, and then Two of Cups, like literally all three, not all actually, but most of them, like three, almost half of them of your cards are cups. They are emotional related. So if you're scared that you will not be able to find the emotional security, the emotional fulfillment from letting go of this, it could be a relationship or event or job or anything that you are struggling, that you think it does not serve you any longer in this moment, and you're scared of letting go because you are scared that it will not bring you any fulfillment, emotional fulfillment especially, then let me know there are so many things waiting for you once you let go of that and make space for this. Okay, I don't know if you are watching pile number one, but I just realized that it is actually have a very similar base theme with pile number one, because pile number one also have the two of cups, but then they have the tower. You instead have this death card, and if pile number one resonates, perhaps you can go there. And let's see more about your card, because I can see here there's so many emotional fulfillment that you will be gaining in this November. Like, I don't even know, like, this combo is so superb. I'm going to be honest with you, the death card itself, like this ending that you are closing, it will be painful for a while, but once you actually shred out, like not shred out, like you are releasing that, this will be very, 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 like, I'm not even joking, because I keep looking at this powerful wings that is burnt in fire. Like, it is so majestic that it's really hard to look away from that, because I was literally in awe with this powerful card. And it's not a bad thing, it's a power card. Perhaps it will be painful, obviously. I'm not going to say that it's I'm not going to minimize any pains or suffering that people are going through, no matter what they are. But the thing is, I would like to emphasize that the power that you will gain, whether it's towards yourself or towards the situation or whatever it is, but you will feel very, very refreshed. Like, oh, all this time I was this strong, like those kind of thoughts, those kind of, like, you are finally gaining back your power, and that is something that is very empowering, that is very, very confident and sexy. Like, I cannot even, gosh, I was literally in awe the whole time when I saw this. Anything else for the November reading? Six of Cups. Oh, I forgot to mention with you, if you are someone who is building a family, it feels very, very serene. Like, you are gaining this emotional fulfillment. Your family are very happy. Your child are, I don't know, it just feels like very familiar or very family related things. Like, you have your partner, you have a lot of cups in your card. The Emperor. Ooh, nice. Can I ask for one more, please, for the November prediction for pile number 2? Thank you. Oh, you got the Star card. Yeah, let me ask about you something. Or if you're someone who came from pile number 1, then perhaps this is also your pile, because I don't know, it just feels like there's this base theme that overflows to pile number 2. It could be that we're talking about this, but let me tell you something. Gosh, emotionally wise, you will be very, very, very nourished. You will be very happy, very content. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to say about this, that you will be very joyful. Like, your inner self are very satisfied with things, with the happiness that you are gaining after you are how do you say, pulling away this burning fire, this burning wings, because it's already burning, and when you are still letting it burn, it's going to burn yourself too. And with that, it feels like you are taking action. Okay, this cannot be going on forever. I need to do something about this. I need to take actions. I need to finish things up. Wrap things up, if I need to wrap things up, and if I need to confront things, then I'm going to confront this. So I'm not letting this conflict or this relationship or whatever it is that it is hindering you from your growth to run wild. You are not letting this fire run wild. You are doing the things that you need to do. If it's confronting your fears, then that is something that you are going to do. And if it means that you are solving this for once and all, then that is something that you will do. Because especially, oh my god, I was trying to speak so fast, but it keeps slipping because the energy is crazy. Because I feel like you finally letting go of these mental worries, and instead of focusing on the past or on the things that does not work, and you've been doing your best to make this work, you are okay, fine, you know what, this does not work, I'm finding other ways that can bring me happiness. I'm finding other ways or other streams that can help me to achieve the things that I want. So you are closing this cycle so that it does not repeat any longer. So whether it's a toxic relationship or situations where you are putting in a disadvantage, but you're saying no, this cannot go on any longer. I'm not participating in this thing any longer. And then you, with the emperor over here, are clearing things up, communicating if that is the thing that you need to do. But overall, you are taking the steps. You are taking charge of your life. You're taking accountability. You're taking the action that is needed to move forward and to let yourself grow with better opportunities in the future. Anything else that I am missing? Oh, you are going to rest. I think I kind of understand what this means. So basically, you've been fighting, you're letting go of things, and it's not easy. It's not going to be easy, and you will need to concentrate, take a lot of energy and so on. But after that, don't forget that you need to take your rest and then pamper yourself. See, pampering yourself, getting yourself fulfilled emotionally, getting comforts, talking towards the people that you trust, your family, or even getting in touch with the things that makes you happy when you are a child, that makes you dream, that makes you have positive thinking towards the future, that makes you see the world that there is so many abundance and good things in life, and I just have to shift my view towards that. Does not mean that I am ignoring the bad things that happen in life. No, you're not. But it just means that you are focusing more on the positivity and the good things in life, so that you can also enjoy the good things in life, because we are not coming here on earth to just suffer, right? We are here to enjoy the life of being a human. The good things, the bad things, all those emotions, and all emotions are important. And I think that's it for your reading, and bye bye. Hi there, pal number 3, welcome to your November prediction reading. So this is going to be a timeless reading, which means that the nearest November, whenever you're watching this video, will be of relevance. Okay, so this November, it feels like you are going to be more connected with the world, with people. So perhaps you are getting yourself or putting yourself out there, joining communities, clubs, extracurricular, how do you pronounce that? But things that requires you to connect with other people. It could be through online or offline, but basically you are connecting with more people, you are meeting more people, and you are, whether it's a direct or indirect way, but you will be noticing that just how all of us are connected with each other, how our actions and kindness affect others. You know that kindness will go back to us one way or another, whether it's in a direct way or indirect way, through things that we've never expected. And it feels like this is telling you that in November month, you will be noticing just that you're not going through this alone. We are all in this, we are all connected. And to be honest, it feels like very Aquarian energy. And if you know about astrology, it feels like huge Aquarian and Piscean energy over here. But let's see your card. Of the moon, Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, I don't know if you're starting a new project, but so far it feels like that. Perhaps some of you are starting a new project. But here's the thing, it feels like you do not know where you are. Especially with the moon over here, it feels like something is hiding, like it's clouded. You are unable to look forward other than the step forward, like one step forward in front of you. With Eight of Pentacles over here, like you are working hard, grinding, hustling. This is very specific, but to some of you are starting your own business. You don't know how it will turn out. You don't know whether it's going to be successful or it's not, or whether it's going to flop or not, and so on. But here's the thing, you take a step forward, one step forward at a time, knowing that eventually the path will lead up as you take a step forward. But let me remind you something, that you are not alone in this. If you need to seek help or any mentorship from people that have more experience or already experienced this before, that you are able to do so. Like you have, perhaps this is a reminder that you have the resources, you have the right to ask them questions, experience, or any tips. How can I go through this? How can I make this more successful? Anything else, feedbacks and constructive criticisms and so on. Because with the Ace of Pentacles here, it feels like you are starting a new business. You are starting something that helps you in gaining more money, more wealth, or resources, if that is something that, oh my gosh, you have Nine of Cups. This is something that is, I don't know, it feels really wonderful, because Nine of Cups to me, it feels like self-contentment. Perhaps it's not from the outside contentment, but you are content with yourself, so it does not matter. Even if when you're hustling on your own, oh my gosh, it feels like you are hustling in silence. It does feel something like that. So November will be something that you will be working hard inside a room or something, or behind the back on backstage. You are building your castle, you're building your company, or the things that you are trying to build over here, your dream life, your ideal self, and it will gives you the self-fulfilling things. Yeah, the magicians. Let's see if there is any card that wants to come out. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, it just confirms my suspicions. Actually, it's not suspicious. I was just channeling. Sometimes it does not make sense to me, but it kind of feels nice when it makes sense, like the whole things. Like you're putting the pieces together and finally shows the pictures of it. Can I get one more, please? So somehow I just feel like taking a different deck for the last card. Let's see. Three of Wands. Okay, so finally the story is complete. I can finally make sense. But who knows, maybe there will be more, because I don't only read the cards on textbook meaning, but also from my intuition. So first things first, you're finally going to take the actions. So previously, if you've been planning a lot of things, planning of building your own castle, building your own company, your business, whatever it is, this November will be the month where you are actually letting this roll. You are finally making the steps and starting this. It won't be easy, it won't be quick. It's not get rich quick or something like that. You will need to work hard, and you will work hard. I guarantee you that. And you're not someone who shy away from working hard. Perhaps it might have been a slow progress, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles here, but you are progressing. You are still making progress. Let me tell you that. It's a Pentacles, Nine of Cups over here. And I did mention previously that you are going to walk in silence. You're going to hustle from the backstage. So you're not taking the spotlight in November. But life are seasons. Sometimes you are planting the seeds, others are when you harvest the fruits. And this could be the seasons where you are putting effort and taking care of your plants, taking care of your seeds, planting them, putting fertilizer so that they can grow beautifully, and you can harvest the fruits later on. But let me tell you, despite that you're still working in progress, you're working hard, you're hustling, and you are doing your best, you feel really fulfilled though. It feels like there is this self-fulfillment. You feel really happy working towards this, because this is something that brings you happiness, brings you joy, regardless that you don't know the path ahead. You don't know what is in front of you. You can only see the step right in front of you. And only when you take the step forward that the road leads up. I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be a slow progress. It won't be fast. It won't be in the snap of a finger. It does not work like that. At the very least, about this project that you are doing. But let me tell you, it does not mean that you are not going to be successful. Especially with the Nine of Cups here, this is a very good thing. Ace of Pentacles, it will bring you a lot of resourceful and wealth. It will bring you emotional fulfillment. And don't forget the Magician over here. It feels like you're multitasking a lot of things. You will be doing a lot of things. But let me tell you, with the Magician here, Nine of Cups, and all of this, just the whole puzzle all together feels like you are making this things, these dreams or this manifestation of yours come true. Like this is literally where everything is going to work out. Like everything is storming, making sure that it is working out. Perhaps November will not be the month where you reap the harvest, but this is where everything is storming. Like it is building up, it's building up, it's building up. And if there's a moment in November where you think that I'm not progressing fast enough, or can I do this, I don't have any resources or anything like that, if for example there will be moments like that, I don't really think so, but if for example there is moments like that, let me tell you that you have everything you need in your hand. You have everything you need to solve this. You know the knowledge, you have the resources, you know what to do with that. And if for example one day you think that you are incapable of doing so yourself, know that there will always be people that you can ask for guidance, ask for feedbacks, ask for constructive criticisms, and so on. There will always be people who are able to help you out there to gain more insights and guides you. And let me tell you, oh gosh, with Nine of Cups, Magician, Six of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles, you will be working hard like a lot, but it won't be something that will exhaust you, like you're not burning yourself up. No, because you are working with a goal in mind and you are enjoying this process. Perhaps it does not make sense right now, but later on when you are in the zone, you feel like you're in the flow, you're in the zone, you're focusing, you're doing this deep work and feeling very fulfilled. No distraction. Look at here, no distractions. You have everything you need in your pockets. Like this is the time to do extreme focus on that. But I don't really think that you're going to neglect yourself there. It's just mean that there will be less distractions outside of your end goal, and you'll be putting so much effort, love and joy and happiness in doing this work. This is very dominant theme in your November, yeah. But let me tell you, regardless of the slow progress, you are moving forward. Look at the Three of Wands, you're moving forward, you know. Just because you cannot see it right now does not mean it does not happening. It is brewing. It's building up, okay? Until the time where you can reap the fruits, harvest, the result. It is building up right now. And November will be the month where you're doing that. It's actually really beautiful. Don't forget to enjoy the process and take care of yourself. Bye bye.